Hey, welcome to the live stream. We're live on both Facebook and YouTube right now, and tonight we're answering your questions about Mexico. So leave them in the chat box below, and we'll get to as many questions as we can tonight. But first, yesterday we were at a restaurant, and what happened?
It was my sister's birthday, and we were like deciding where we wanted to go. And so we chose a restaurant. We already been there before, and we like it a lot actually because there's lot of good food and it's affordable comparing to other restaurants that are similar.
It's steak company at Antea, by the way, and compared to the other steakhouses in the city, like it's quite a bit cheaper there.
So we went there, and it was funny because we were the ones who arrived first. Then started arriving like my parents and my sister and a friend, like some friends, etc. But we noticed that immediately that we we're all together in a table, the waiter that actually arrived with us went to say hi to my father, but in a very friendly, familiar way, like, "Oh, I'm glad to see you again," and he was touching my father's good to see you, sir, and he was touching my father's back, and he was like, I don't know what's going on, because it was the first time that they were in that restaurant. But anyway, we kept talking, and then we saw that the waiter went with my father and told him something. So at that moment, we couldn't hear what they were talking about, but then I catch that he said like, "Oh, I can save it for you because we only have some special, very counted pieces of that. And if you want it, I can save it for you and ask for the chef to prepare it specially for you. How would you like it?" So I imagined that they were talking about food. And then I asked my father what was going on, and he was like, "Well, the waiter told me actually if I wanted a piece of fish." What's the name of the fish?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is in English, but anyway, it's guachinango here.
Guachinango. It's like a very famous.
But it was the whole fish cooked on a platter. But
yeah, and anyway, so he was like, "Yeah, my father actually loves eating seafood." And we were kind of surprised because we've been there before and we've never seen that dish at the menu. So they brought the menus for all of us, and actually there wasn't the guachinango at the menu, and we were like, "Why it's cooking that for you? Because we've never seen this before." So anyway, they cooked and brought to the table that huge fish. It was this size. it was more than enough for all of us because all of us tried it, and it was cooked with some kind of sauce. And anyway, then my father ordered a tequila, and the waiter brought him an extra amount of tequila, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna give you this for free." And we're like, "What?" So anyway, it was so funny because again, it was his first time there, and we didn't know what was going on. Obviously, he was super happy with the attention. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come more often."
Your whole family was joking that the waiter thought he was a narco.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, maybe they're thinking that you're the boss or that you're a narco." Obviously not. Yeah, because it was so weird, that special treat for my father, especially without knowing him. But anyway, it was so convenient for all of us because we could enjoy that delicious fish. Actually, it was extraordinary. But anyway, we were talking with my sister about that at night, and she was like, it was so insane, and we didn't know what was going on. But yeah, that's our story yesterday.
Rolando says, "Red snapper, is that what guachinango is?"
No sé.
Alejandro, new channel member, thanks so much. Really appreciate that. Hopefully we see you in Monterrey soon. That's the green finger from a recent video. Rick says, clicked on the wrong one. Going to Mexico and living there was part of the content for YouTube. Will you ever do that again in a new country? I don't know. For now, we're planning to live in Mexico. Christian says, I just moved to Zapopan. Any feedback on this area?
We haven't been there much. We were just once, and we thought that it was really pretty.
Well, we've gone a couple of times to that Mediterranean restaurant.
To that restaurant. But actually, like, we haven't been like inside of the neighborhood. We were just at that restaurant that it's outside of Zapopan, and it was really nice. We actually like it. Something that we always think about Zapopan is that the moment you went there or whatever, like the weather changes so much, and it can be super hot outside, but Zapopan it's always windy and cold.
Oh.
It's like, okay, we're going to Zapopan, okay, winter clothes. And because it's always cold. I like that actually, but yeah, it's different, but haven't been there much.
Alejandro says, emailed you guys a few weeks ago. Okay, cool, I'll get back to you. But regarding Zapopan, yeah, you can try the restaurant, Lo Mediterránea.
Pero I think it was closed, no?
I don't know if it's permanently closed. It was like closed one day when we went there.
It was one of our favorite restaurants, but unfortunately, the last time that we wanted to go there, we couldn't find it open. So.
Hey guys, when are you both going to start your new channels? How will we know the name of the new channels? Excited to follow both. Well, you can follow Mize right now. It's called Taste of Two Worlds. So
maybe you can text it like there.
Yeah. So
yeah, I started the new page because again, for the ones who don't know this, we were talking about like starting new projects and new channel, and especially to have more freedom to share what we're passionate about, and also respecting the soul of Tangerine Travels. So we created this new channel called like Taste of Two Worlds. It's already on Facebook and other platforms.
YouTube. So you can search for Taste of Two Worlds on Facebook or YouTube. And please, like, she's a lot more active on Facebook so far. Please go follow her. We need like 500 more subscribers to get her to 5,000. So let's try to get her to 5,000.
Yeah, but anyway, I've been very active on Facebook. Obviously, it's like I've been wanting to start the YouTube channel too, because I already like put all the design and everything, but I haven't uploaded any video.
We have a few shorts on there as well.
We have a few shorts, but not a video. Obviously, I've been doing like a list of the things I would like to share in the channel. But again, it's a lot going on. We opened it while we were getting ready for the civil wedding, and then I got sick for like a month. First,
we
got
were
problems.
both sick for a little while.
Yeah. Then my throat, and it took me a while. Actually, this is the first week that I'm starting to feel almost normal or close to normal. And also, it was amazing because it was so weird because this week I started having all the patients, like I'm a physical therapist, so I started having all the patients that I haven't had like in a very long time. A lot of people started calling me. So again, I'm super busy doing physical therapy again. I'm super happy because that's my comfort zone, honestly. But yeah, that's the reason why I've been super active on Facebook, but unfortunately haven't done anything on YouTube yet.
Not much. There's a few funny videos though. You can go check it out. I saw this TikTok. We need to do more like this. It was so funny.
Yeah.
So basically, I sit on a chair facing away from her. I have a cup on my head, right? And then she's throwing a flip-flop at me, trying to knock the cup off without hitting me. And she smacks me in the back of the head. And then we reversed it, and then I did it with her. So
yeah, it was so scary. I mean, at the first when I do it to him, I was like, yeah, this is so funny. And then when he do it with me, I was like, oh, this is so scary. But yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Oh, Dan Man says, yes, red snapper. Okay, so I didn't realize watching Nango was red snapper. Okay, I know I'd had red snapper before. Thank you, both of you who mentioned that. Have you been to Australia?
No. One of my patients actually it's in Australia, and like she's like when we were in one of her appointments, she asked me if she could follow me on Instagram. And I was like, yeah, okay, sure, follow me on Instagram. And then I started following her, and she's a really nice girl. But anyway, she's now in Australia studying a semester or something like that. And every time she's posting photos, and I'm like, oh my gosh, enjoy it a lot, looks amazing. So yeah, I'm like knowing a little bit more of Australia, like because of her post, and that's amazing. Like being able to visit new places by the eyes of other people. That's something that I really enjoy a lot. I love it, yeah.
And as for me, you can tell me whether I've been to Australia or not. I've sort of been to Australia. So when my mother was pregnant with me, my parents went to Australia. And that was the only time I've been. Hello from Querétaro. Mai's pages have very helpful things, which is very nice, is that she's teaching us how to cook.
Thanks. I really appreciate because I really love cooking and I enjoy it so much, and especially during breakfast I become super creative. I have this problem that the night before I'm all the time thinking like what I'm gonna cook for breakfast and things like that. So I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. But anyway, I've been trying to post about like salads mostly, and I think they are starting to enjoy this kind of content. So that's why I'm focusing a lot right now. But yeah, I'm open to do more stuff.
And she posts funny stuff. I like it. But we need to do more videos like that. Alex says, hey guys, 1 month from today, my wife and I will be in Mexico getting my green card with your lawyer guy. Yay. Cool. Nice. What does this mean?
No sé.
Porque poco a poco entre agua mi coco.
No sé.
Is this supposed to be like a trabalinguas?
Oh,
If
no.
it if it's a trabalinguas, this is a really easy one. Probably an albur.
Probably.
A double
I don't
entendre.
know.
Max says, Jordan, so happy for you, man. Haha, hey, on the Mattress Mambo video. Why, in your opinion, is the U.S. late to the party on those no contact, I think that's supposed to be like Querétaro based hotels? Love you, dude. Love you, Mai. Forever kisses, Max. I don't know. It's just a different culture, and yeah, I've given this a little bit of thought and I couldn't come up with an answer. I don't know why. But in the video, if you watch a little bit later on, this is a video that we posted today, Mai talks a little bit about why those motels came to Mexico, why they came to be, and the history behind them.
Actually, it was interesting because I'm the kind of person who are always questioning like the origin of everything. And it was really interesting on like knowing exactly how that happened, and I was like, wow. So it's not because, I don't know, someone wanted to be that way, like as simple as that. It already has a background. So yeah, it was really interesting.
Jennifer asks, I saw an episode of Breaking Bad that was amazing. These people in a small village, and it's in Mexico, were crawling to a statue showing their gratitude and love. Is there a place in Mexico that you can observe this? It was very touching and amazing. So, yeah, there's actually a lot of places where people will crawl on their knees. Do you know what crawl is? Like this? Like walking on their knees?
Yeah.
Up to like something. I think it's for the Catholic religion,
Yeah,
but
like Virgen de Guadalupe.
but yeah. For example, when I was living in Ajijic on the coast of Lake Chapala, or coast on the on the shores of Lake Chapala, they did it there. They once a year, I think, they would crawl up on their knees up the mountain to the Virgin of Guadalupe. But yeah, there's quite a few places around Mexico where you could witness that, right? Is there anything near here that you know about?
I mean, the most common thing is like the Virgen de Guadalupe one. That's the
Yeah.
most popular because there's people all over Mexico that come and go there, like walking or doing that, what you mentioned. But besides that, I honestly don't remember right now about any other place.
Okay. Christian says, looking for suggestions on wine tours here. Have you guys done any? I haven't been on a wine tour, but I've been to some vineyards.
Yeah, so I went once to Freixenet, which is one of the wineries, like, yeah, places.
Uh-huh.
And it was cool. They showed us like the whole place, and they give you like a glass of wine. They like actually allow you to choose what would you like to try, and it was really funny. However, honestly, Freixenet wines aren't my favorite ones.
Okay.
So I think it depends. I mean, if you just want to go and like meet the place, it's really fine. I like it a lot. But for example, I went once to La Redonda,
Okay.
and something that I could like rescue from La Redonda, like comparing with Freixenet, is that La Redonda restaurant, it's really good, like amazing. And so you can go and visit that place, and La Redonda wines for me are a little bit better or tastier than the other ones. And again, this is just my opinion. You can try both.
And La Redonda is probably the most popular vineyard
Yeah.
near Querétaro.
But again, as an extra, if you go to La Redonda restaurant, it's amazing there. Yeah, it's really good.
Steven asked, Jordan, what do you recommend for the best way to exchange USD to pesos? So I think the best way you can do, the best way is to, if you're coming to Mexico, you bring a credit card or debit card with no foreign transaction fees, and you pay with that. That's going to give you the best exchange rates. Another good way is to get a Charles Schwab bank account in the US and then use that debit card here in Mexico to withdraw cash from an ATM. They charge no ATM fees, and they refund all ATM fees that other banks charge, or other, like all the ATMs here charge. Plus, there's no foreign transaction fees on those withdrawals, so that's a great option. What else? Like if you need to pay somebody in Mexico, a money transfer service like Remitly or Wise can be a good option. You'll pay a little bit more fees than those first two options. But yeah, those are a few good ways. And then, I mean, like let's say you're coming for vacation and you don't want to deal with all that. Well, then you could just bring some dollars and exchange some at a money exchange. You're not going to get a great rate in all likelihood, but in small amounts, I think that's okay. Alejandro says, here in Monterrey in December, people crawl from downtown or further away to the basilica, and they do it in mass. Dang.
Damn.
How bad would that hurt?
What?
Crawling on that far? Whew. Do they wear knee pads?
No.
Is that allowed?
Maybe it's not prohibited, but they don't.
Wow.
I think Tania's my best friend,
Yeah.
has done that.
Really?
She told me that someone of her family did that, but I think it was her father. Yeah,
Oh.
and that's why I remember that they don't like use knee pads or anything to protect themselves. But yeah, they get like so injured, and that's why I like admire and respect a lot that people, because it's like wow. Malia, sad news, my movie is going to be delayed for quite a while. Corporate restructuring ended my employment and I currently can't qualify for residency. Oh, I'm heartbroken. I might need more neck surgery. Oh, I'm so sorry, Malia. But anyway, let us know if we can help you somehow. And just keep in mind that everything happened for a reason. And I'm sure that somehow, even though you're heartbreaking, because sometimes we don't understand some kind of circumstances in life, there's a perfect time for everything. So just do your best there. And once again, we're gonna be waiting here for you. And if we can help you somehow, again, just let us know. Oh, and this person is mentioning, yeah. So Finca Salaviv, it's a Freixenet in Ezequiel Montes Querétaro. That's the one that it's really nice, like going there and visiting the cava and everything.
I don't think I've been to Ezequiel Montes.
It's like a place. It's a place. Yeah, it's a place basically where we've been to Ezequiel Montes. Actually, it's on our way to the airport.
But not to the vineyard. This is just the
area.
location, right?
That's a
Oh, okay.
location.
I thought that was another vineyard.
No.
Okay. Here's a question for you.
Are most Mexicans very superstitious? I heard they build a small hut.
By their house for chupacabra.
Yeah, we're very superstitious. Yeah. I mean, it depends, but there are some, I don't know, maybe it's not just Mexicans. I think every culture had a little bit of like superstitions and things, but we are like, for example, in this case, like, oh, don't put your purse on the floor or you're gonna lose your money, or don't throw salt or you're gonna have bad luck, or things like that. We were talking about that once, and there were like similar superstitions between US and Mexico, and others were just from Mexico. But yeah, I mean, we have a lot of legends and stories about mythical weird creatures everywhere, like witches and the chupacabras and nahuales and a lot of stuff. So yeah, we're very superstitious about it. And yeah, actually I believe that they exist, because I have a patient that was telling me all the time a lot of stories about witches and things like that, and I was like, oh my gosh. That's why I started believing that that might be true, and my grandmother had told me that. So.
Is the chupacabra real?
No, I don't know about chupacabras.
Is La Llorona real?
I've heard La Llorona, and I don't know, it was horrible. It was one of the creepiest things I've ever...
When did it happen?
Happened to me. So I remember that when I was like really, really young, maybe, I don't know, 11, 10, my aunt and my cousins used to live just in front of her house. And once that we were meeting, my cousin told me like, oh, I've heard La Llorona at night, and it was the creepiest thing you've ever heard. And because you can listen to her crying or whatever, like being just outside of your window, even when it's like a 2 levels house. But like 1 second later, you can hear her super far away, and the next second she's outside of your window again. So she comes and goes, but in the like seconds. And obviously it was so scary. So I was like, nah, I don't think so. But then I remember that it was just, I think we were dating actually. And I went out of my work, I went house, and I was taking a shower. And I remember that I was waiting for water to heat, and I actually heard that woman or whatever outside of my window bathroom. And obviously my window bathroom, it's in the 2nd level, and it was so scary because there's nothing that she could be standing outside. And I was like, no, I'm just breaking out. I'm too tired. I obviously I started to making everything more rational. And then again, it was exactly how my mother and my cousin and everything who have heard her describe it. Like a second later, I could hear her like super far away, like maybe 3 blocks away, 2 blocks away, and then she came back and she was coming, going, and it was so freaking scary because it's the first time that I actually felt like shaking chills, and I was really, really scared because the sound of whatever it was horrible. It was super sad. So again, it's like, I don't know what it was. I really don't know if I was just some kind of hallucination or whatever. But I hate it. And again, the most horrible things is that every person that have heard her, we describe exactly the same things. So I don't know what it was, but yeah.
What if it's one big prank? Like there's somebody going around Mexico who's like pranking people with speakers.
But it was horrible because it was just outside of my window, and it was like really, I didn't want it to turn to my window because I was so scared. I could hear her just outside, and then the next second she was so far away, and then she came back, and it was like, I really don't know what's going on. And maybe I could like have justified I was my sister, like make me a prank or whatever, if I was in the bathroom downstairs, but I was in the bathroom upstairs. So there was no possible way that I could hear her just outside of my window. But anyway, it was the most freaking scary thing I've ever like heard before.
While we're on this topic, I'll share the scariest thing like that I've experienced here in Mexico. Well, before coming to Mexico, I'd never experienced anything like this in my life, except for a couple of times where I kind of saw the world in slow motion. And one time I may have seen a chupacabra. But anyway, that was in New Mexico. But in Mexico, so one day, Mai and I are taking an Uber. And I have this really bad feeling inside of this Uber. I just wanted to get out of there as fast as I could. And then after we got out of that Uber, Mai was freaking out.
I was feeling bad, actually.
Yeah,
I was feeling sick.
Yeah, but anyway, I think there was some heavy energy there or something in that Uber. And then later that day, I saw, back at home, I saw these black things going across the wall.
And the unicorn.
Really, really fast. Oh, I forgot.
It was that
oh my God,
night.
I have. Oh, could you see those? I have goosebumps right now. They're forming after you mentioned the unicorn. Okay, so Laska has a bunch of toys, and sometimes like she would play with this unicorn, but it was super rare. But anyway, I walk. So there's these black things going across the wall. It's like kind of like a black cloud or something. Okay, so I walk into the bedroom, and there's this freaking Laska's unicorn toy in the bedroom, which I thought was weird because she didn't, like, she was getting pretty old at that point, and she didn't really play with toys much anymore. I mean, occasionally she would pick it up, but it was pretty rare. But this unicorn was standing on its 4 legs. It wasn't on its side like it should be if Laska's playing with it. It was standing on its 4 legs.
I like in the center of the room.
And then that same night, I wake up and my legs feel like they weigh 1,000 pounds. And then I can barely move my legs at all. And I'm fully awake. I'm in a fully conscious, awake state, but I cannot move my legs. And I tried to get out of the bed, like lifting my legs, trying to get out, and they weren't asleep or anything, right? And then I'm walking, and I can barely drag my legs. It was like there was this super heavy weight hanging onto my legs. And this all happened in the same day. That was the scariest experience I've ever had in Mexico.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Cokalti said, "How much drugs did you take?"
Yeah. The dogs are thinking that. I'm looking at you like,
none.
What's going on?
None. I've never done any drugs really, except for tried shrooms in Amsterdam once, but that was it. Oh, got a unicorn.
Funny.
Oh, that was horrible. Horrible. Chris says, I've been a long-time follower of Tangerine Travels, and Jordan, I'm so happy for you that you found your soulmate and your wife. I wish you only the best. Thanks so much. Really appreciate that. By the way, if you're enjoying this live stream, hit that like button. It helps out a lot. And please, if you could do that on every video you watch, that'd be awesome. How's Laska doing? Actually quite a bit better than she was doing a few months ago.
Yeah, she's been eating a lot because in the past, maybe because she was having lots of pain, but actually we weren't able to figure out what was going on with her because she was sleeping all the time and she was not moving. But then she got injured again, and we started this treatment with hyaluronic acid and another painkiller.
Yeah.
Sorry, that they inject. And now she's gone for her maybe sixth doses of hyaluronic acid. And after that, obviously we watch her improving a lot after the first doses, but now that she has took like 6 or so, she is being like completely different. She's running all around the house, she's playing with the other dogs, she's eating a lot. Her tail is up all the time because she was all the time like
her tail was always down before. And you know what? I think another thing that made a difference was moving to this house.
Yeah.
I think she likes this house a lot more than that last house we were in. I think she was like depressed or something there, and she never really left the kitchen. And I don't think she liked not being able to go to our bedroom at night because our bedroom was upstairs and she couldn't go up and downstairs anymore. Whereas this new house, it's all on one level, so she can walk over there. And
also the floor was so slippery at that house. You felt once I was about to fall down once. So it was kind of like risky, especially that he's not used to use shoes inside of the house. It was super slippery, and Laska was afraid to move in that house. So I think here, like having the yard to her reach, or her being able to go basically everywhere, that has helped her a lot. And
this is despite having a torn ACL. Yeah. She tore her ACL. She was going to go in for a second surgery. We didn't want her to, but then this new vet suggested this company called Orthovets, or Orthovets. I think the website is orthovets.com. And they had this thing that goes over both of her legs. It straps around her like midsection a few times, and it uses the muscles in the front of her body to help support her, and then it also like supports her knee joints as well, so she can walk and move around freely and get up and lay down much better than before, despite having the torn ACL. So that's really great. She's still on lots of supplements, but she's doing pretty well, and she's pretty active, and she has a lot better appetite than she did before. Yeah. She still has days where she struggles, but but
comparing to what she was doing maybe like 4 months ago, I see her like, I don't know, 50% better at least. So that's a lot.
Here's a question for you.
Are the trucks that blur repeated recording for a little girl yelling that they will buy your mattresses and microphones? Just a Mexico City thing, or do you have in Querétaro as well? I think I already answered you. Yeah, I mean, we have that as well. And actually it was so funny because we were making jokes about that noise because it's so annoying. If you ask everyone here, all of us hate it so much, and it's like, can't you just do it nicer? Does it have to be that freaking annoying voice saying exactly the same?
So how does it go?
Over and over again. I don't know.
Microondas, refrigeradoras, secadoras.
Y fierro viejo que venda or something like that. I heard it, yeah.
Okay, funny story about this. Well, so living in the U.S., at least where I've lived, the only time you ever hear a loudspeaker outside driving down the roads is when there's like an imminent danger. So for example, there's some like dangerous criminal on the loose. They might go around the neighborhoods on the loudspeaker telling you to get inside, warning you to stay inside, lock the doors, right? Okay, so coming to Mexico, well, that was what I was used to. I'd never really heard the loudspeakers driving around except for a couple times in my life in bad situations. And then one day I hear this loudspeaker coming down near the Airbnb and I was freaking out. I was like, is something wrong? But no, as it turns out, they were just like buying microwaves and stuff. What's this about? Miata? Miate?
No sé.
I don't know what this is. Oh, that was some bad stuff. Get your money back. Bad drugs. So did that experience make you believe in the supernatural? Well, I mean, I already thought that like demons were a thing, so and that I'm pretty sure that was a demon of some kind. But it made it a whole lot more real, I can tell you that. Cindy says, so happy to hear Laska's doing better.
Yeah,
Thank you. It's true. She probably needed to have space, stability, friends, dogs, care, and love. Really happy to know she's much better. And I think she likes having the other puppies around too. Having them around helps keep her young.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan, when did you move to Mexico? How old were you? In January, it will be 6 years. So, how old was I? Well, it was the end of January. Had I just turned 29 or just turned 30? Something like that.
Mai, do you know Lemijango's history? Yes.
As a matter of fact, she was pretty close to that.
Yeah, so for the ones who don't know this story, I hate it, but okay.
It's so horrible.
We can clarify what was going on. So, Mijangos, it's actually the last name of this woman. And she was a religion professor at a school, Catholic school, and she had, I think it was 3 or 4 kids. She had schizophrenia, and unfortunately, she killed her kids in a very, very violent way. And it was horrible. Obviously, it's like the creepiest and like saddest story ever, because that was insane. And actually, that's her house. I feel really, really bad vibes just seeing that. But anyway, that's her house. And obviously, after that happened, she went to jail. And
for 25 years.
She got divorced. She went to jail. She went to jail for 25 years.
She's out now, by the way.
Yeah, and a lot of people, obviously, like for, I don't know how to say it in English, but curiosity, but not like good curiosity, they started going into the house to see what was going on, because obviously the crime scene was still there. There was a lot of blood. There was a lot of stuff there. And actually, that's why the government decided to build that wall that you showed in the photo, so people can keep entering to that house. But anyway, every time that you walk by that house, it's so freaking scary. And actually, the houses that are next by that house are all the time in rent or for sale or something. So it's
Whoa.
really weird. Yeah.
And do you want to share why you spent time around there, in that area? Or no?
No, I mean, yeah, I used to work there. I used not there, but very close in that same street.
Yeah,
And
very close.
every time, like, yeah, very, very close. And every time that my patients were like, "Where's your consultorio located at?" So unfortunately, I had to say, like, "You know the Mijango's house?" "Oh yeah, I know the Mijango's house." "Well, by there." So that was my reference. But yeah, that's the Mijango story, and she's free again. I think she got married again, but
And you want to know something? Casa Mijangos. It's on Google Maps. 4.3 stars.
so weird.
It's rated 4.3 stars on Google Maps. This house. Like, what?
It appears on Google Maps, it appears on Waze, it appears everywhere.
Someone says 5 stars. The vibe is very heavy.
So,
3 stars. Who else came here because of a YouTuber? Haha.
so weird.
5 stars. Excellent. Crazy.
Weird.
Of course, I do not think this is funny. I'm like this. What happened? It's horrible. But what I'm laughing at is the fact that it's on Google Maps and has ratings and has good ratings.
It's insane. I mean, everybody started to take it obviously as a joke because everybody know about Casa de la Mijango.
And it's been a long time. It's been like 40 years or
But
something.
anyway, it's super scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, thanks so much for the super chat, the biggest one of the night. Hi, Jordan. Coffee on me again. Oh, well, thanks. I'm moving to Guadalajara next year. Any areas that you recommend that are safe and look great? Cheers. Yeah, so a lot of the Zapopan area is pretty nice. Like anywhere near the mall, Plaza Andares, anywhere near Guadalajara Country Club is going to be really nice. There's a lot of nice places near Avenida Chapultepec, so that's a place where like there's a lot of bars and lots of stuff happening, and on the weekends there will be like markets set up on the main walking street there. So next to that you have Colonia. Well, Chapalita is pretty close, but then the one that's right next to that is Americana. So those are a few, like Providencia, Americana, Chapalita, much of Zapopan. Some of Tlaquepaque is pretty cool too, like the downtown Tlaquepaque. So those are a few places.
Tony, would you want to move to the US one day? Honestly, I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't know. We've been talking about that for a while, and I honestly don't have a certain or very specific answer to that, honestly. Probably, but not sure. I mean...
Yeah, I think in the same answer you said probably not and then probably.
Yeah.
So very unsure. Well,
it's very unsure. Yeah, I'm not sure because obviously I've been thinking a lot, like what would I do? And I was telling him actually yesterday that I'm starting to enjoy doing physical therapy again. I'm enjoying it a lot.
You were kind of getting burnt out there for a little while.
I was so burnt out. So I decided to slow down for a while, and now that I'm again doing it, like I'm attending more patients now, I'm enjoying it a lot. I feel rested, I feel better. Being able to attend my patients at home, it's really, really nice because I'm able to cook and I'm not running or driving everywhere and wasting time, because right now the city is really chaotic. And again, I'm just saving a lot of time attending my patients here at home, and I feel happy with that. So I was telling him that obviously when I was feeling burnout, I was thinking seriously on quitting. But now that I'm doing it again, I just realized how much I love doing physical therapy. I really don't want to quit doing that at some point. Obviously, I chose that career because it allows me to do whatever I want with my life. If one day we decide to have kids, that won't stop me from being a physical therapist. I just have to modify my schedule and the amount of patients that I'm attending per day, and that's all.
But then at the same time, like here, so like after expenses and taxes, she makes less than $1,000 a month.
Yeah, so that's something that we're always talking with all my physical therapy friends, that if you can you can have a comfortable life, and I'm not saying about with any kind of luxurious stuff, no, just like a normal basic life as a physical therapy with just that as your job. So you have to have at least 2 jobs to be able to earn enough money to have a comfortable life. And there's a lot of people, sorry for interrupting you, but there's a lot of people thinking like, oh, she's a healthcare professional, she might be earning a lot of money, and the truth is that we're not. Especially because, again, unfortunately, I don't think that people here understand the importance of physical therapy. So obviously my therapy session has to last at least 60 minutes, 45 to 60 minutes. And obviously I've recognized that I can't do, or I can't work more than 7 hours per day. With just 7 patients attended per day, I feel exhausted.
And even if you can get 7, that's a lot. And normally people cancel, and it's a lot of work to schedule them all, and a lot of work and effort to get all those new patients. But like, if you're pretty busy, for a month, maybe you make $1,000 after expenses, and then no paid vacation, no benefits, no retirement, no health care, no nothing. So that's like $1,000 a month on a good month with no benefits whatsoever. Whereas like if you were to go to the US and you do the same job, you're making $100,000 a year with benefits. You $100,000 a year, 4 weeks paid vacation, you get a nice retirement, you get full health care. So like there's that big motivation there for her. It's like, I work here and I'm scraping by, or I go there and yeah, it's going to be more expensive to live, but I'm going to be making 10 times as much money.
Yeah.
So
I think again it depends, because again it's one thing for another. You sacrifice one thing for another, because I've been working my own for almost 10 years. So I do whatever I want, and that's really nice. However, again, the dark side is like I don't have any kind of benefits here in Mexico. But again, now we're thinking about it as a possibility. It's definitely, I don't think it's right now in our like short term, medium term possibility or option. I don't think so. Maybe in the like latest future, we don't know. But I don't know. It's just how the situations are gonna be going.
Yeah. So, but at the same time, like all of your family's here, all of your friends are here. So that's important to you to be close to them. Best restaurants in the Yucatan region. I think we got to narrow it down more, because like we're talking about the Yucatan Peninsula, that's a big area. Even the state of Yucatan is really big. But I don't know. Like if let's say we're talking about the city of Merida. I don't even remember any of the names of the places I like
Maya.
there. That place is really good for breakfast. Yeah. There's so many great restaurants there, though.
Yeah.
I love
But
Yucatecan
it's
food.
Mexican. Yeah, it's amazing.
Can we see the dogs? Well,
Oh, they're outside.
the
somewhere.
puppies
But
are out there playing.
If you leave them in, it's gonna be a mess.
Yeah, Laska, do you want to go show them? Do you want to say hi to people? So this is Laska. She'll be 14 here in about a month. She has fluffy tail, 4 legs. She's a husky with cute blue eyes. And she's gonna go. Unfortunately, although she's getting better or like moving around more and eating better, she has dementia. And the dementia is hard for her. A lot of times she's confused about where she is. And if I let her outside, she won't know how to get back inside, even if the door is open. So I'll have to go there and I'll be like, Laska, Laska, so like she can see me move. And Max says, yay, Laska. Yeah, I still love her. Hey, Laska. Now she's walking around.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see her back behind us there.
Hey, hi. Hey guys, we'll be back in December through New Year. Let's get them margaritas. Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let us know.
We have a couple trips in December, but hopefully we'll be around while you're here, and we will be here on New Year's.
Yeah, New Year's, yeah. And Christmas.
I think so, yeah.
We're coming back when the 20th, 21, I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna be here for Christmas.
Who's your favorite YouTuber from Mexico? Mine is this girl. She's really funny and gorgeous. She has this channel called Taste of Two Worlds.
I'm not a YouTuber. I don't consider myself a YouTuber, honestly. That was cute, but no, I don't consider myself a YouTuber.
I felt like I was about to get punched.
Yeah, almost. My heart broke for a second. Nah.
Best food you've ever had in Querétaro? Oh gosh, so much good food.
So
I don't even know.
Talking about good food, I'm craving for these tacos again. But anyway, we were looking for places to try, and like 2 weeks ago, we found a place that it's Tacos de Guisos in Santa Rosa Jauregui, that it's right next to Querétaro. If you're going to San Miguel de Allende, you pass like nearby Santa Rosa. Yeah, but anyway, I think it's called Tacos Las Tías or something. So it's like a family business, and there are like 4 or 5 ladies attending the business, and they're making like handmade tortillas and a lot, and then they have the guisos, and so you arrive and it's like we have this and this and this and this. So I remember that we ordered like costilla, ribs, and salsa verde, and papas con chorizo, and a bunch of stuff. And tacos are huge, actually, with a double tortilla. And he ordered some tacos de barbacoa for Laska, because we were like, yeah, she loves barbacoa, so let's just get them some tacos.
And I ate one of Laska's tacos.
And he ended up eating Laska's tacos.
Sorry, Laska.
Like, oh, poor baby. See, she doesn't have any food. But anyway, what I mean to say is that place, it's a place that we didn't know about it, but we went there and we fell in love with those tacos de guisos. It was amazing. The taste of everything was like, you go to that small town in Mexico. It has this very tasty and delicious flavor of those old ladies cooking for years and years and years. So it was amazing. Yeah, I think it's a place that deserves to be visited and known because it's definitely worth it. And it was not expensive. It was really affordable, actually. It was really good.
But there's been so much food that we've loved here. I don't even know how I can choose my favorite food.
Yeah. Tacos de 6 pesos.
Yeah, there's these 6 peso tacos that we get. They're tacos de canasta.
Tacos, sí.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, because it's also handmade tortilla. And you go to the place and you can see, like, I don't know, 30 people.
There's like 30 people in the back, and the place is so
tacos
busy.
And preparing the salsas, and there are a lot of señoras doing the handmade tortillas, and there's another one like filling with the guisos, and the other one it's putting in small packages. Actually, if you want to go there and if you want to order like a big amount of tacos, they recommend you to place the order
the day before.
Otherwise it's impossible.
And like whenever we're having a family get together, a lot of times we'll order 100 tacos, 150 tacos from them.
And Laska loves them. She freaks out every time that we have those tacos. She wants over and over and over and over again.
Chris asks, how much is the rent on a luxury 2-bedroom apartment in Querétaro? So on the high end, maybe you're looking at $1,700. We're talking like really, really luxury, 30,000 pesos. And then, I don't know, you could still get a nice 2-bedroom apartment for well under 1,000. Maybe not in the most luxurious apartment complex, but yeah, still nice.
Are you guys gonna come to Michoacan and their beautiful playas?
I would love to.
Yes, I haven't been there to Michoacan. I remember something about the beaches with the raccoons. But anyway.
The bitch with the raccoons.
I love Michoacan playas. Haven't been there in a very long time. I grew up going to Michoacan playas. However, I don't know if I feel safe to go there, honestly. I don't know. Have my concerns.
Lots of bad stuff happening there, or that you hear about?
Well, there's a lot of, like, I don't know. It's not a safe place.
Okay.
Everybody think that when we're saying 6 pesos tacos, it's like very unhealthy and not, how you say? Like not clean enough and everything. But if you go to that place, everything's so freaking clean. Like they're wearing masks and they're like hair nets and everything covered and everything's so perfectly clean. And it's really, really like for 6 pesos.
It's really professional and
it's really professional.
Pretty high quality. And that is not like, you cannot assume that's the case. Normally, if tacos were 6 pesos, you should be concerned.
Yeah. but once you go there
and you see how busy
actually
they are,
how they work,
yeah.
because you can see it. It's not like they are like undercover or whatever. You can go and see how they're working and how they're preparing your tacos. And we've never had any kind of problem with them. Never.
What is your favorite flavor of chile? I love chipotle.
I made that face because chipotle is really, really bad for me, for my stomach.
I love the smokiness of chipotle. Do you have any favorites?
I think my favorite one is chile güero or chile xcatic. It's the other name, because you can put it like, obviously it's not used like very common to prepare salsa with it, but you can fill it with a lot of stuff and it's always super delicious. I think that's my favorite.
Where are the 6 peso tacos? It's called, on Google Maps, I believe it's called Tacos Doña Mary.
Sí.
Can you explain where it is?
No.
I'm
so bad. But anyway, it's like a neighborhood that it's like 15 minutes away from Centro. Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so on Google Maps, it's listed as Tacos Doña Mary. It has almost 2,500 reviews, which is a lot for a little taco shop. And I'm going to... So it's in a place called Santa Maria Magdalena. And I believe if you go to the location on Google Maps, it takes you like about a half a block away. Like we went there, we didn't see it, and we just asked the closest person there, hey, where's Tacos Doña Maria? It's like right there.
The first time that we went, we were so lost because we were expecting like a very small place or like the señora selling the tacos in just the, how it's called, like the banqueta or somewhere outside, but then you enter and it's like actually a huge place.
Move to Minnesota and have your kids play hockey for the Spuds. Great, done deal. Done. Scott says birria tacos are definitely the best tacos. Agree or disagree?
No sé.
I
like them, but I'm not sure if are my favorite.
I'm hesitant to agree. There's a lot of tacos that I like.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I can put birria in the top 5. Hey, stop eating our door.
Yeah, I don't think so. Clover, stop.
Clover's trying to eat the door.
Top 5 for sure, maybe. Yeah.
Well,
maybe it depends because there are some the way that they prepare birria in Michoacán it's so different to birria de Jalisco and to birria de blah blah different states. Birria de Jalisco I like it a lot. Birria de Michoacán I don't like it. So I think it also depends.
Mary says, have you been to Tampico, Mexico, and the Gulf of Mexico? No, but we need to go to the bitch with the raccoons.
Actually, there's a friend of mine posted. He's in Tampico, and he posted a story of the beach with the raccoons, and I was going to show it to you.
By the way, if you didn't see that stream, my was talking about the beach with the raccoons in Tampico, because there's a beach there. There's lots of raccoons, right? But her pronunciation of beach, I thought she said the bitch with the raccoons. So now it's a joke between us.
Yeah, the beach with the raccoons. Oh yeah, I already had dinner, and talking about tacos is making me want tacos.
Armando asks, what's your strategy to find new food places? How good or how bad or good has that strategy been? Well, we utilize like Google Maps a lot.
Google Maps, yeah.
And ratings.
If it's over, but it depends because, for example, there are some. Most of the time we go to the if there's a new place, if it's 4.5 or up, we consider it as an option. But there are some places that we like a lot that are like 4.3 or 4.2, but most of the time it's always because they are super busy and their service is slow, or because I don't know, they consider the place expensive or things like that.
We have 3 main ways though: Google Maps, word of mouth, like recommendations from friends, and then lastly, approximately 6.3 times per week, Mai's like, hey, I saw this place on TikTok that I really want to go to.
Yeah. But it's like I see it, and then we look for it at Google Maps, and it's like, okay, let's check the location. Oh, it's far away, forget it. It depends on where we are, mostly. Because if we go to another part of the city, and we're gonna be there longer or long enough, we're looking for restaurants around. And that's how it works. But we have a list of our favorite restaurants, and when we want to try or when we want to go out for a meal or something, we check the list and we select like what we are craving for.
We should have made that list a lot sooner. Because there's a lot of places we like, or that, well, love really, that we just forget about. And then we don't go there for a long time because we forgot about it for no other reason. And then we ended up making a list of like our favorite restaurants around the city, and we're editing it, I don't know, probably once a week.
Yeah.
But how much longer do you want to stay on? I'm getting kind of tired.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, we'll answer a couple more questions, and then we'll call it a night. Do you want see anything you want to click on?
I'm just checking what's here.
Are you gonna click? And Ghost Calaveras, been watching your travels for a while now, and I know you recently were in San Miguel as well as Mazatlan. As a young couple, which city did you find most enjoyable? Which would you live in? Well, we both really love Mazatlan, and I'd consider living there in the winters.
It's really nice.
We loved it a lot.
We love food and people.
The people were really good there.
Yeah.
Someone said maíz or harina. I'm usually choosing tortillas de maíz.
Me too.
Sometimes harina, but that's...
It's like, yeah, just a few times.
I don't know what this is about, but another problem versus freezing my balls. What?
What?
How are you feeling, Mai?
Harina de mido. How are you feeling, Mai? Better. So I was sharing in my new page that I was so freaked out and I was not happy because I think it was at the beginning of October. I started with a lot of like gut problems, reflux, and pain, like high intensity pain that actually took me to the doctor because it wasn't something that I could like handle it myself. And then it was the wedding. It got worse after that because obviously I was under a lot of stress. And if you don't know what happened about our wedding, we have a video in our page, our new page. But anyway, my gut problems got worse. And then I started with throat inflammation and some kind of flu. I went to the doctor as well, but I was not feeling like healthy at all. I was unable to work out or make my normal life. So anyway, as I started getting better of my throat and all that problem, but my stomach was bothering me a lot. Last Sunday, actually, I was really, really bad. I was in so much pain and with like nausea and shaking chills. Actually, I told him like, you know what? I'm gonna take a shower and this is what you have to do in case I need to go to the hospital, call my mother and everything because I was feeling really, really bad. So
you were in a lot of pain.
It was really, really horrible. But anyway, we were talking about that because I decided to get some blood tests done on Monday. I did it actually this Monday, and I booked an appointment with another doctor, but I was doing some notes because I was dealing with this gut problem for about a month. And he told me like, I've noticed that every time that you eat something like with lactose, you feel really bad. And I was like, yeah. And actually that Monday I ate like lots of cheese and milk and ice cream. That day I really was eating a lot of
cheese
really
and
bad
dairy
stuff. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, maybe you're right. So I went to get the blood test on Monday and nothing appeared there because I got like a really complete blood test for everything. And I sent it to one of my friends that it's a doctor, and he told me like, you don't have anything to worry about. I don't see anything bad in your blood test. So I decided to start with a diet, dairy, like 100% dairy free this Monday. And actually today I was telling him that I can't believe that just changing that made me feel the way I wasn't feeling in a very long time.
You got better so quickly, like
In
24 hours
24
later, you
hours.
felt almost normal.
Yeah, but I had to quit in all those kind of products for 100%, like nothing.
But you were having like lots of stomach pain, but also it was causing lots of other symptoms like nausea and other stuff, I think, as well.
Yeah, and right now it's like I've been working out these 3 last days a lot, and I've been cooking all the time. I've been super active, attending my patients. No more nausea, no more inflammation, no more anything. So I just realized how important it's to know ourselves and quit on eating what it's not like working for us. And at this moment, it's more than obvious that dairy products are just doing a lot of bad stuff in my body. But yeah, luckily I'm fine. I'm doing better. I was so scared because we have a couple of trips coming up, and I was like, I really can't imagine myself traveling with lots of gut problems and health issues, whatever.
And right before that, you were so sad and like depressed about like I don't feel like I can get healthy. It's just
It was
one
a
problem
month,
after
a
another.
month. Every single day over a month, I was feeling sick about something. But I think the major issue was my gut. Like it was terrible. And I was like, you know what? I don't know what's going on. Again, I went to two to three doctors, and they were like, oh, you have an intestinal infection. Oh, you have this, and you have an inflammation. So it was like lots of medication.
Yeah.
I'm telling him that to me it's really kind of hard because I have hypothyroidism, so I take 2 hormones or 2 pills per day, and that's the way it's gonna be forever. But adding more medicine, it sometimes it's super overwhelming. So it was probiotics plus 2 antibiotics plus a huge list of medicine. And I was like, really, this is not helping me at all. But I wasn't able to find the real cause of my problem until he addressed it. And I was like, yeah, maybe it's worth trying to take out the dairy products off my diet and see how it goes. And it was the solution.
I think that could be a good lesson for a lot of us, is that if you're feeling bad, just start writing down what you ate, everything that was in that meal, and then like an hour later, write down how you're feeling. And then do that for a few days, and you may start to notice some patterns there about when you're feeling good, about when you're feeling bad, things like that. Maria, thanks so much for being a channel member and for the biggest super chat of the night. Hola, Jordan and Mai. I enjoyed seeing the wedding pictures posted by Mai on Taste of Two Worlds. I'm glad. Go follow if you haven't, please. Congrats. How long did it take you to get to San Miguel for your first trip together as a married couple? It's really close. It's only like an hour away. Excuse me. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed that.
But it was like we were having lots of fun, and actually we didn't realize that how much time had passed by of us being there. Because we were like, oh, look at this, and we were recording and everything, and then we were really far away, and we realized that the parking place was closed, and it was like they closed at 5 p.m. and we were really far away. And then he was like, what are we gonna do, because the parking place closes at 5, and it was like 5:10 or something like that.
Don't tell anyone. We parked at Fabrica Aurora, and we weren't actually a customer. We just kind of walked in there for a minute and then walked out. But don't tell anyone. Shh. But then they closed at 5, and we were like 25 minutes away, and it was 5. I was running, because if they close that gate before we get the car out,
it's gonna be insane. We're screwed.
We're just stuck there for a day.
Yeah, and I was like, you save us, run. And he went running so fast, and I was just walking behind him, but slowly. And yeah, we could take the car out, but it was so scary to think that we might get stuck in San Miguel de Allende.
And I was still kind of feeling
Considering that.
a little bit, I wasn't feeling 100%. And after running, I felt like I felt when I had asthma as a kid. Like it was really hard to breathe. And yeah. But anyway, before we say goodbye for the night, I want to ask a favor of you guys. If you could, after you click off of this, go to Tangerine Travels YouTube and watch one of the videos. We posted 4 new videos in the past week, I think. So if you could go watch one of those, we'd really appreciate it. And also, please go follow Taste of Two Worlds on YouTube and Facebook. And anything else, Mai?
Nothing else.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us tonight, and we'll see you again soon. Hopefully next week. We've been sick and under the weather and stuff for a while, so that's why we haven't been doing a live stream. But anyway, see you guys soon. Bye.